Okay, stop. What is up? What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, it is Friday. So it is the final injury report before we get inactives on Sunday. And we have some big news for both the Detroit Lions and for the Carolina Panthers. We've been following this since Wednesday, and I know you guys are excited to see who's in and who's out, and who's questionable and who's doubtful. You know, we learned a little bit today. Not all of it, but we learned some. So let's get it started.
You know, I got to shout out DoseOfDion, man, because it was actually the first time I went live on YouTube. And, you know, guys don't know, DoseOfDion, he put out a lot of good content for the Detroit Lions.
Welcome, everybody, to another video. Glad you guys are here. And yes, we got some big news to discuss for both sides. A lot of game time decisions that we'll have to find out on Sunday, potentially Saturday if they give us some crazy news, things like that. But there's some things that we did learn today. Certain players we heard are out, including someone from the Detroit Lions that you're probably not going to want to hear. So let's just get right into it. We're going to start off with the Carolina Panthers first. I think we've done that all week, so we might as well just keep it going. So starting off with the Carolina Panthers, who is out for Carolina? Christian McCaffrey has been listed as out for Carolina as of today, which is Friday. This is something that we've expected back since Wednesday, and he's out for the Sunday game against the Detroit Lions, which is a big one. It means Mike Davis will start in his place, but we know McCaffrey is one of the most dynamic running backs in the league, and with him not being there, it's very beneficial to the Detroit Lions because we've seen Alvin Kamara and Dalvin Cook against Detroit. And let me just say they had some big games, okay? So, yeah, not having Christian McCaffrey is definitely going to help our defense in terms of pass defense and run defense, both. Also, John Miller listed as doubtful. That is their guard, and so is Russell Okung. He is also listed as doubtful. Russell Okung is someone that Matt Rule said on Wednesday he does not expect to play Sunday. Usually, if you're listed as doubtful, you don't play. I don't know how many times a player is listed as doubtful and they do play. I don't know if I've ever even seen that before. I don't know if I've ever seen someone listed as doubtful and then all of a sudden they played. It'd be kind of wild. But both those players listed as doubtful, and so is Dante Jackson, their corner. Another player Matt Rule said he expects not to play on Sunday. Moving on to the players that are questionable. Tahir Whitehead. He's been getting back at it in practice. He's listed as questionable. Their linebacker. Teddy Bridgewater. Here's the big one. So the quarterback, obviously the starting quarterback for Carolina, listed as questionable. The question for both sides is, will the starting quarterbacks play? Well, for Teddy Bridgewater, Matt Rule said it's going to be, he thinks, a game time decision, like right down to game time. They're going to see how he looks this weekend, and they're going to decide right before the game. So that's one of those things where we could be just following it. As soon as inactives hit, we know. So we don't really know. We just know he's questionable right now. He has been participating, but he's going to be a game time decision according to Matt Rule. Also, Sam Franklin, he is listed as questionable. So is Yetur Gross-Matos. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm done saying it all goofy and stuff, okay? Who else we got? We got Man Hurts on here. Rasul Douglas is listed as questionable. Now, this is an interesting one with an ankle injury. So we know Dante Jackson is out. Rasul Douglas is one of their top cornerbacks. If he doesn't play, now we're going to see a lot of backups. So those will be two big losses. We already know one's not expected to play, and that's Dante Jackson. Losing Rasul Douglas would be huge. Marquise Haynes with a shoulder injury listed as questionable. So not a lot of changes to the Carolina Panthers, injury report, kind of things that we expected. Doubtfuls usually means they're going to be out. But the big one here for me is Rasul Douglas, and of course, Teddy Bridgewater. Is Teddy Bridgewater going to play on Sunday? Like I said, he's going to be a game time decision. On to the Detroit Lions side of things, we have 3 players already ruled out. That includes Danny Amendola, who did not participate at all this week. No participation throughout the week. Kind of weird. A hip injury like Kenny Golladay. Golladay will not be playing this week either. So we thought we were going to get Kenny Golladay back. This will be the 3rd straight game he's missing, which means, IR, you could have potentially put on IR and, it would have been the same kind of result. But he did return to practice this week on Wednesday. But since Wednesday, he hasn't been able to get back at it. So I'm assuming he re-aggravated something, or they're just like, hey, man, you ain't ready. You ain't ready. They tried, and they're just like, dude, it ain't ready. We got to give it more time. So unfortunately, not able to play this weekend, but he did show somewhat of a glimpse of, okay, I'm getting back to practice. So hopefully that means good things for Thanksgiving, because keep in mind, guys, after this week, after Sunday, it's a very short week. So there's not a lot of time to get back at it. So if you weren't participating at all, it's going to be tough to play. So for the Lions, I can almost see them saying this, okay, hey, look, we're going to take things cautious, because while you may be listed out already now, next week's going to be a short week. So a guy like Kenny Golladay, they don't want to rush it back and have him re-aggravate something versus the Panthers when they kind of need him for the Texans game, right? Or for beyond. So Kenny Golladay is one of those guys that I can see the Lions saying, okay, look, hey, you're not there yet. You're not completely there. We don't want to put you out there if you're not completely healthy. Matt Patricia doesn't like putting out players if not completely healthy. And finally, DeAndre Swift, no participation. He is out. The concussion protocol rules, Good thing it's not COVID. But he is out for Sunday. So those 3 players have been listed as out. Expect Kerryon Johnson, Jonathan Williams, and Adrian Peterson to hold down that role. We'll see how many carries Jonathan Williams gets. I'm excited. I want to see what Jonathan Williams can do. But those will be the 3 running backs heading into this game, at least as of now. Austin Bryant is listed as questionable. He didn't practice on Wednesday, but the last 2 days he has been back at it. Questionable for Austin Bryant. Jared Davis is also questionable. I like JD because he's one of those guys that they're kind of unique, right? You can put him out there. He has some speed. He's athletic. He's strong. You can put him in some blitz packages. And he's been good in a smaller role, so he's listed as questionable. Will Harris, interesting, not listed until today with a groin injury, questionable. Now, groin injuries were something that I think Matt Patricia's talked about before, which is this kind of the wear and tear groin, get those injuries. But this came up on Friday. So he did participate pretty much in full for Wednesday and Thursday. Now, all of a sudden, he's on here with questionable. Matthew Stafford, limited again today in practice. He is questionable. You guys know how I feel about Matthew Stafford. Don't want to jinx anything, so I'm just going to leave it there. Okay, you guys know how I feel with the right thumb injury where he, tore some ligaments. And finally, Big V listed as questionable, our offensive lineman, limited participation throughout the week. So that's at least a good sign that he's back at it. Now, there are a lot of players that will be playing. Marvin Jones Jr., full participation. He's good to go. That's awesome. So no Golladay, but we still will have Marvin, who had a big week against Washington last week. Jamal Agnew, he's back. So no Amendola, but now we get Agnew. So we're kind of replacing there. Plus, you don't only get Agnew on offense, you also get him on special teams. He was full participation all week. TJ Hockenson will play on Sunday. That's great. Hockenson pushed us through a lot of things, man. He's a tough cookie. Tough cookie? I don't know. He's playing, though. Jesse James. I don't know why I said Jesse James. Christian Jones. Like I said, this guy's pretty much questionable all the time. He was limited again in practice, but he's good to go. He's going to be active. Jaron Curse, full participation. He was listed limited on Thursday, not listed Wednesday. Limited on Thursday. Today he was back in full, so Curse will get to go. That's great. And finally, especially if Will Harris can't go, that's big. And finally, Nick Williams, he's back at it, back-to-back full participation. So what do we take away from this? Well, we got to keep an eye on those quarterbacks. They could be both game-time decisions. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. And again, if I get any news before then, of course, I'm going to give it to you. No DeAndre Swift. So Kerryon Johnson, Jonathan Williams, Adrian Peterson, they're going to be the guys in the backfield. Once again, no Kenny Golladay, unfortunately, but maybe showing some promise for potentially being back for Thanksgiving, hopefully. We've seen, Calvin have some big games there, so maybe this is Galladay's chance to have a big game on Thanksgiving, when, everybody can see you. You know what I'm talking about, when it's on TV for everybody. Everybody's watching football on Thanksgiving, and they get to see our Lions. They want to see Kenny G, okay? I'm just saying. Happy Galladay. Also, Deshaun Hand, he's listed as questionable. I think I forgot to say Deshaun Hand. Deshaun Hand is also questionable with limited participation. This is kind of one that I'm looking at because I like his speed. He's kind of athletic. I like him in this matchup, but Nick Williams is here, so that's good. At least we have Nick Williams. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. I mean, not a lot of surprises on the Carolina side of things, aside from Rasul Douglas and, of course, the quarterbacks. But unfortunately, no DeAndre Swift. We were hoping to get some good news there. Same thing with Golladay. Good thing is Marvin will play, so that's awesome. There we go. Let me know your thoughts, comments below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys for game day, Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching, and I'm out. Have a good weekend. Stop. Have a good weekend, yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Too much talking about, you know what I'm saying? All right, I'm out. Are you kidding me right now? I had to put my helmet on for this one. Are you kidding? Look at this. Look at all these members. What? Yo, hey, shout out to all the members, man. Look how many All-Pro members there are. Like, literally, it's the whole screen, dog. This is crazy. The patrons, of course, the Hall of Fame members, man. Y'all got the gold color. It's kind of yellow, but it's supposed to be gold. Shout out to all the members, man. If you want to be a part of this, all you got to do is join the channel. But there are perks that come with it. Stay locked in the community tab if you are a member, because that's where a lot of information comes out. I appreciate all of you. What?